No se juega el hambre, el deseo de experimentar, el poder de tu cuerpo que puedes lograr.
The Emptiness When Steven Left is a beautiful drama that really showcases what happens when someone is transitioning and how it affects everyone around them. And, you know, we're starting off with the urging the mother to eat, but she's worried about her son who's left and when he's coming back. And my first thought immediately, we're, you know, a moment or so into the film, is I think that this beautiful woman is Steven. And I could feel the heart beat inside of you is her mother's way of sort of saying that I understand that Steven is inside of you. But I think at this moment, it's not, she wasn't able to grasp it, because in her mind, transitioning from Steven was like removing Steven from herself instead of embracing that Steven still is her. And Steven isn't coming back. When she leaves work and we show this aggression towards trans women by men who are attracted to them but don't understand the attraction, that's in just, you know, you hear so much about trans women violence amongst the trans community that is not thoroughly discussed and everything like that. I loved how they touched on that, just as a reminder that this is something that is very much prevalent within this community and something that we need to talk about more. We see how this transition has affected the mother and lover, you know, and to get the life that she wants, she feels like she had to let go of Steven's life. There was such an emotional moment with her and her mother where she's trying to get her to understand that, you know, Steven is not coming back, but her mother at the same time is trying to get her to understand that he's alive inside of her. And I loved seeing how her dreams were finally able to come to life with her preparing for the pageant, which is a dream that Steven had his whole life. I loved how they went back and forth between, you know, those moments of flashback and present day moments of preparation, and then seeing how is able to finally fulfill these things. And the final scene, going to the men's restroom, almost like I need to relieve myself of Steven, and just it's an acceptance that both sides are going to be a part of me and part of my experience. And I feel like in accepting that, I am able to release the emotional strain of it all. I thought it was very symbolic to everything that's going on in the world with the whole restroom use. When you came to the whole idea of the trans community, and how a lot of political conservatives were very much against the idea of, you know, a trans woman being able to use a female bathroom and things like that. And so it touched on so many different major moments within this community in a way that's still related to the storytelling device. And I thought it was just very well done.
This film is called The Emptiness Steven Left. This was an awesome LGBTQ short. It's a great story with fabulous performances. Such convincing acting across the board. I love the music in this one, and the various settings were perfectly selected, such as the bar, the apartment, and the restaurant. The direction was so good, lots of quiet moments for effect. I also really like the writing in this film. Great dialogue. The ending was awesome when all things come clear. Excellent work. Check this one out.
The Emptiness Steven Left, did a good job of exploring, you know, some kind of grief in a family, but it's not the grief of death, but, you know, change and learning to accept yourself, and was good message in it. Yeah.
The Emptiness Steven Left was a really clever film about a transgender woman and her transition, and how her family and friends react to that, and how that affects her. I liked how we were not told that she was a transgender woman, and we were not told that Steven is her dead name. We were sort of made to believe that Steven was another person entirely that had actually passed away, died. And gradually you could sort of realize that Steven is actually her dead name, and, you know, who she went by before she transitioned into a woman. So that gradual realization from the audience, I thought that was a really cool way to do that. I loved the tone of this film and how it was, it had some humor within it as well as some very serious parts, and they balanced that very well. The music choices were great, and it really showed her in her element versus when she was with family and friends who were not fully accepting her, and how that affected the tone and her mood as well. And I also loved the self-love message. It was sort of, when she's giving her speech, you can really hear that self-love message, of course, but it's prevalent throughout the film. And of course, the ending final reveal was really funny and very clever, sort of to give the audience, confirmation into what, you're sort of led to believe throughout. I loved that ending. I thought it was a really cute way to end this film as well. So yeah, I really enjoyed this.
We're given pieces of a puzzle to form together. Steven isn't coming back, and for why we haven't fully yet to realize. Steven is no more, now a trans woman on her journey to let go of her past self and to win a beauty pageant at a dive bar. Her mother and lover are still coming to terms with her new life, but her tenacity pushes her to stick true to herself. Self-love is our true form of acceptance and happiness. The support of others is wanted, but it isn't necessary here. The soundtrack is quite lovely. It pairs well with the story. I love the character dynamics and chemistry. It flows well into shaping their world together. I really feel for her, struggling with her mother. It seems to be more dementia related. When she asks to see Steven, you find her being gentle and at times frustrated with what's been put in front of her. She just wants to be seen, be accepted for who she truly is. And you see her child dreams in the yellow dress become a reality, and it's a beautiful want that we get to see achieved onto the screen.
Hey, I'm commenting on the short film, The Emptiness Steven Left. So I thought that this was a really smart metaphor to use. I think that the idea of sort of equating transitioning with, the grief surrounding losing a loved one is a really great framework to operate from. I think it's a smart way of acknowledging everyone's feelings around, a pretty major life event, in a way that gives them space, to really express their emotions, but in a way that is still, done respectfully. I do think that your effort to kind of hide the ball breaks down a little bit. I think by the time Xiomara has her dinner with her partner or ex or whoever he is at that point, by then I was fully aware that she had been Steven at one point. So I'm not sure how effective the reveal at the end is as a result of that. But that being said, I thought that this largely worked, and I thought you did a really nice job with it.